Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Susan Valakis, and I'm the Training Development Coordinator at Now, and as such, I bring you these webinars on the third Thursday of each month. If you've missed any of them, you can find replays on our website, nowfoods.com/webinars, or on the Now YouTube channel. If you have any questions during the webinar today, please use the chat bubble on your screen, submit your question, and then we will respond directly to you with an answer by email. Today's presentation will focus on Magtein, a patented form of magnesium that readily crosses the blood-brain barrier for utilization in the brain. Laboratory studies indicate that Magtein supports brain health and may facilitate learning and memory, as well as a relaxed mood. For this presentation, we welcome Laurentia Guesman. Laurentia is the Director of Brand Management at Threotech, a manufacturer and marketer dedicated to research and promotion of Magtein Magnesium L-threonate. They are at the forefront of pioneering research to uncover new applications for Magtein. Laurentia has been working with the Magtein product for almost 4 years, and she has 10 years in the industry in research and development, product development, and brand strategy. She spent most of her career focusing on cognitive, plant-based, and beauty from within products. This webinar will run just short of 30 minutes, but it is jam-packed with excellent information. So with that, please join me in welcoming Laurentia Guesman for today's presentation on Magtein. Welcome, Laurentia.
Thank you, Sue, and hi, everyone. Nice to meet you all. Today, I'm going to introduce to you Magtein, which is Threotech's patented solution for cognition, mood, sleep, and memory. So knowing which form of magnesium can be a little bit confusing. There are many forms that are found in the supplement market, and each have their own place with their own specific functions and use in supplementation, and each have unique concentrations, absorptions, and bioavailability. For magnesium to be effective, it needs to be absorbable and as well as bioavailable. So absorption is the amount of magnesium that's going to be made available from digestion. And then bioavailability takes that one step further and factors in the amount of the magnesium that's going to be delivered through the blood to the targeted body part. So sometimes it could be muscle or the heart, and in this case, it would be the brain. So also clinical study data and then any potential side effects would be something to consider when looking at magnesium supplementation. Certain forms do have poor absorption, which means they can cause things like digestive discomfort. So being able to choose the right magnesium is really important. From 2023 to 2024, we saw a really large growth in supplement products in many aspects of mental health, including cognition, sleep, calming, and mood products. But overall, we've just seen a huge growth in any sort of mineral-based supplements. So specifically with magnesium, we've seen magnesium products outperforming those categories generally. And even higher, we've seen Magtein products outperforming. So Magtein products that have Magtein in them are outperforming magnesium products in the mineral space and all of these mental health condition products as well. Additional research does show that there is currently a significant purchasing gap between the solid bars and the hatched bars for all age groups and sexes shown here. This shows that while there's health concerns for each of these health groups, they may not be purchasing a supplement for those conditions yet. So it's interesting to see that while the specific health concerns may vary by age, each age range does have an interest in bettering some aspects of their mental health and maybe talking about those mental health concerns using different language. So for example, this data reports things like anxiety and stress as a common concern for young and middle-aged women. And then older adults talk about these things like a lack of energy and sleep as their mental health concerns. So getting to the Magtein product. So Magtein as an ingredient has a really deep and ongoing clinical program. We currently have 4 published human clinical trials, and we have more on the way. Our original study that we first did back in 2016 focused on memory and cognition. And as we got feedback from consumers and looked at trend growth as well, we started focusing on other aspects of mental health, like productivity, sleep, and mood. We also have a large amount of preclinical work that helps us understand how and why the Magtein works the way it does. And so some of our findings overall in the clinical studies looked at memory, learning, attention, focus, mood, and sleep. So with that in mind, I'm going to walk you through a little bit of the science that the Now Foods SKU uses. The first thing to talk about is that Magtein has a unique ability to cross the blood-brain barrier. And this is a unique feature compared to other forms of magnesium that you would see on the market. And why this is because of Magtein's unique composition of magnesium and threonic acid. Threonic acid is a vitamin C derivative that has the ability to cross cell membranes through glucose channels. And that's really important because glucose channels is a form of active cellular transport, meaning that the Magtein product is able to cross from one side of a cell membrane to the other much more quickly and effectively to be able to increase the magnesium on the other side of the blood-brain barrier. So increasing those concentrations of magnesium in the brain and the spinal fluid. So you can see here on the graph that Magtein was compared and tested against other types of magnesium salts. And after 12 and 24 days in this animal model, was the only compound to be able to significantly increase those magnesium concentrations. Yeah, that was Magtein was the only one to significantly do that. And the next claim is that Magtein supports both memory and learning. So like I mentioned, our original Magtein study took human participants through different cognitive tests that looked at different areas of memory. So the first one was executive function and working memory, which is what's on my grocery list, episodic memory, where did I have lunch last week, and attention. So after both 6 and 12 weeks of taking the Magtein product, there was a significant improvement in the group taking Magtein versus the group with a placebo product. And a similar test in the same clinical study used these results testing the different areas of memory and mapped them against a functional brain age. And so the participants that took Magtein saw an equivalent improvement of 9 years of brain age. So their brain was performing 9 years younger once they were taking the Magtein product for the 12 weeks. The next is promoting brain health. So you can see here the images on the right show the activity and the cellular connections between brain cells or neurons. So brain cells are talking to each other through these connections, but unfortunately, as we age, genetics, lifestyle, diet, things like that can cause the neurons to degrade those connections, so they're no longer able to communicate effectively. So you can see here in the threonate group that there is significantly more and more dense active neurons than the other magnesium compounds that were tested. So you can see that What this means is that the magnesium is being delivered to these brain cells more effectively through the Magtein product, and that's able to help increase density and function of the neurons in the brain. So this is really why that you can feel that Magtein is helping promote your brain health, and you can really feel that through a structural and functional improvement. And the last area that I wanted to talk you through is Magtein supporting a relaxed mood. So our most recent clinical study looked at specific mood parameters over 3 weeks. And the group that took Magtein showed a significant improvement in measurements like mood and grouchiness against the placebo group. So this really helps to show the interconnectedness that brain health has with getting a really good night's sleep, to be able to wake up really refreshed and relaxed, and as well as having a positive mood through that next day. And all of these benefits that we talked about, are really shown as well through the consumer experience and the testimonials from the users of the Now Foods product. At the time of this presentation, when I checked earlier this week, the Now Foods Magtein SKU has over 5,500 reviews and 4.6 stars on Amazon. We've also seen that the consumer reorder rates for products with Magtein are double and even triple of reorder rates from other cognitive products. So what that means is that consumers can feel the effects of this working before they're finished taking that first bottle, and they want to order another product, another bottle, before their first is run out, so they don't miss taking it. And kind of visiting and reading through the Now Foods Magtein product page, you can see for yourself some of the testimonials from the Magtein customers based on some of those claims that we talked about. A few of them that I wanted to highlight was, it really helps me with focus and mental clarity, and helps me with thinking and energy. But I think my favorite one is the comment that says, I have to say it lives up to the hype. I hope that all of you guys have been able to try this product. I can say that it's one of the more popular products that I've seen, and going to industry trade shows, people always come up to us and ask for bottles because they really can feel it working. And if you guys haven't experienced it yet, I definitely encourage you to grab a bottle. So in closing, I just wanted to review a few of the key points. So why take Magtein? Magtein, first of all, magnesium is an essential mineral that is needed to sustain health daily. Most Americans are not getting adequate levels from their food and would definitely benefit from supplementation to help close that gap. Because Magtein is water soluble, a daily intake of this is needed, and you could see through our clinical studies that the longer you take it, the more significant the benefits become. Magtein is a really great product alongside other foundational vitamins and minerals, as well as other now cognitive health products like fish oil, DHA, or phosphatidylserine. We've seen today that Magtein has been proven safe and effective from clinical trials in humans and animals, as well as safety testing. It's fast acting in entering the brain from active transport and is able to help neuron function and structure to help brain health. This product continues to be on trend and continues to grow at a crazy pace in a really hot market for mineral products, as well as cognitive health products and mental health supplements. And finally, just to reiterate, Magtein supports brain health, memory, and mood. So I thank you for the attention, and I look forward to answering any questions that you may have.
All right. Thank you, Laurentia. Excellent information. It's certainly on my list of things to try because you had me when you said grocery list and where did I have lunch last week? Because I can't remember.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like, oh, I need
definitely,
some of that.
it's kind of an easy way to describe maybe some of those more clinical endpoints. When you say working memory or functional memory, what does that really mean? And it's really those day to day, being able to also switch back and forth between different tasks and all of that. That Magtein really does make a difference.
As we get older, it's hard to understand what's happening, why we have those little lapses of memory.
Absolutely. One of our clinical studies also did show that cognitive fluctuation, which is, having a good brain day or a bad brain day, that Magtein helps ensure that you have more good brain days.
All right, another reason for me to try it. All right, I just have a few questions before we wrap up. What is the dosage and the best time to take it? And should you take it on an empty stomach?
Sure. So one of the good things with Magtein is, like I mentioned, because it's so well absorbed, it's not going to cause digestive discomfort that you may see with other types of magnesium. Some people specifically take the poorly absorbing types to help with their bowel regularity. But this one, because it does absorb through into the bloodstream and then the blood-brain barrier quickly, you're not going to have as many issues. But with most supplements, just with taking pills in general, it's recommended to take with food. The Now Foods Magtein supplement is in 3 capsules per day. So taking those throughout the day, like I mentioned, is usually the best one starting out. So starting maybe with 2 in the morning and 1 in the evening, or vice versa. And the dose, is 3 caps, which is equivalent to 2,000 milligrams of Magtein. And that gives you 144 milligrams of magnesium, because you also have that threonic acid portion in there as well.
And do you know offhand what is the daily magnesium requirement just in general?
Yeah, so it varies between males and females, but it's around 400 to 420. So the daily dosage of the Magtein is only going to give you 144 milligrams of that. So if you're already taking a multivitamin or, another magnesium product, it would still be, it would be safe to take both of those. This is only going to be a portion of that daily intake.
Okay, good. So you're still in the range.
Yes.
Now, I know other magnesium products, as well as Magtein, help you to relax. But does Magtein also help with sleep?
It does. So that was one aspect of our most recent clinical study. So what we looked at is different sleep parameters. So the balanced sleep and the rejuvenation that sleep can provide the brain and the body. So we actually looked at what was interesting is it doesn't make you sleepy. So it's not going to be something like melatonin where it's going to knock you out and you're going to have, crazy dreams or something like that. What it's doing is it's helping your brain do everything it needs to do overnight, processing information, filtering the things that you need to remember long term, forgetting the things that don't really matter, and kind of sorting through all of that. So it helps your brain do that better and more efficiently. So you're going to wake up more refreshed. You're going to have a better mood. You're going to feel like you just got like the best night's sleep.
Okay, another reason I need it.
And just one other question. So we know that most of our supplements are recommended for 18 years of age and older, but do you have any other comments on that?
Yeah, so obviously with dietary supplements, by law, is 18 and over. But I will say that, we definitely have certain practitioners that will recommend this for people that may have, learning issues in school, with teens and young adults. But again, that would be up to that individual's practitioner. We have to say 18 plus.
Sure.
All right. Well, thank you everyone once again for joining us. Thank you, Laurentia, for some excellent information.
Thanks for having me.
I just want to remind our audience that you will receive a copy of the replay to this presentation, so watch your inbox for that. And of course, if you have any questions, you can submit them. I'll hang out here for a few minutes. You can submit them using the little chat bubble on your screen. Send them to me, and then I will send them to Laurentia, and we'll get an answer for you. How does that sound, Laurentia?
Absolutely. You can also check out magtein.com. Has a simple overview of some of those studies as well. So you can get some information there also.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. I can't wait to get my product and give it a try. And I hope everyone else is looking forward to giving it a try as well. So thank you again for joining us. And everyone, we will see you next month. I'm not sure what's on the ticket. Actually, I do know. I think we're going to be talking about a product with Zembrin in it, which is another one of our trademarked ingredients. So thanks again, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.